tell y'all my plan right now.
What's that?
This is my plan. I want to become undisputed at 135.
Right.
But I want to do it the hard way. I don't want
One fight.
one fight you get 4 titles. I don't want somebody to email me a belt. I want to go grab every single belt
One at a time.
one by one,
Right.
and then laugh at every single body that talk crazy about me.
He didn't want to box. He wanted to actually prove that he could punch with you. He was like, what the fuck is this nigga doing? Oh, okay, you want to go to sleep. You tired.
Welcome to BodyWork. Welcome back. It's Michael Rogers. Welcome to BodyWork Boxing. It's Sagittarius season. Salute to all my Sagittarius out there, man. I'm seeing a lot of great people's birthdays being on the 18th. You know what I'm saying? I seen Bivol and it was somebody else I seen, but it's a lot of good energy out there. You know, I know we didn't come here to talk astrology, so let me get right into the video. I recently seen this interview with Shakur Stevenson, right? And he sat down with Ak and Barack. Salute to them, they doing their thing over there at the zone. This was the original source where I actually heard it. And I was listening to actually kind of see, you know, where Shakur's at, what kind of things is what he's saying and everything. And he reiterated something that I was preaching back when, you know, that before the belt was really up for grabs. You know what I'm saying? When somebody else had the belt, I was preaching that one of the knocks on champions when they fight one time and they get all of the belts, you know what I'm saying? They're not as valued as somebody who goes around and actually collects them one by one by one. That's why I was calling Earl the stone collector. You know what I'm saying? He got up to 3 and then, you know what I'm saying, he fought Bud and he fell short, but the journey and what that journey put him on in his path, you know what I'm saying? Even though a lot of people like to tear him down right now, you know what I'm saying? That journey made him to culminate into a fighter that resonate with a lot of fans. That tough blue collar, lunch pail, hard hat guy that's gonna pick them up one by one. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna take the stairs. You know what I'm saying? Salute to those who take the stairs. You know what I'm saying? Who build brick by brick by brick. You know what I'm saying? Take the stairs. You know, we sometimes it's cool. The elevator boys are cool. You know what I'm saying? Salute to the elevator boys too. But it's something about when you take those stairs. And me hearing that from Shakur, that was the one thing because I was trying to gauge. I looked at the performance, you know what I'm saying? What he said was he kind of compared it to Jordan when he had the flu on an off night. And we see what can happen on an off night. Kambosos, he said something was going on with his lungs and his chest and all that when he fought Kambosos. Regis said it was like the hometown stuff. Like things happen when people fight in big fights, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, was it the big bright lights or was it an off night? You know, because De Los Santos was nothing to shake a stick at. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, you know, they knew of him because of the Raul Valenzuela fight. Salute to him for the victory over Chris Colbert the other day, but they knew him from that fight mainly. That's what really, you know, opened up people's eyes to him, you know. And I was listening to him and watching, and I'm like, there might be hope after all. You know, when he actually got that WBC, when it was him and Frank, I had did a video about them and I titled it Restoring Order. You know, because whenever you're discussing, you going back and forth and you find yourself in some online confrontations, you know what I'm saying? You got to be able to speak facts but have some logic behind it. Right, and I was saying, man, there's equity in those belts, like what Jermell Charlo did at 154. How he went and picked them up one by one by one. Even though people label it as the European tour, you know, when Canelo did it, you know, to add Caleb Plant, you know, on that, he picked them up one by one by one. It's equity in an Undisputed going that route. It's not to knock them because, you know, some people's like, man, I'm gonna take it any way I can get it. Some people are like, you know what, I'm gonna take the steps. I'm going to do it the hard way. I'm going to settle down at 135. If I got to move up, I got to move up. But some people going to settle in and get it on. And that spoke a lot to me because also, you know, the cash cow, the big fish of that division, his name's always in talks with Shakur. And I think I think that experience with the locker room and what Tank said after that and how they, what happened, I think, and then with Shakur going through the stuff with Devin, I think, man, he might have had some time to reflect. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I haven't sat down and talked to him, but he may have had some time to reflect. I know in the last interview I seen, he said that he had 1 year left with the zone. And like most promotional companies, newsflash, like most promotional companies, when they stand and back you, if you go and win a title, because people use this all the time with Bob, if you win a title under somebody, it is very rare, hardly if ever, that if you win a title, you don't have another fight with that promotional company. Most people don't let you just win and just walk out the door. They don't just do that. So newsflash, you know what I'm saying? I know I'm solving a couple people's problems right now with a lot of the conversations that they're having, the debates, and they're just wasting their time, effort, energy. You know what I'm saying? But he said his contract is up in 2024, and since Devin moved up to 140. It's one big fish in Tank, and that's what everybody want to see now. Everybody want to see Tank versus Shakur. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of what's going on the internet, everybody want to see Tank versus Shakur. You know what I'm saying? Right now. Sometimes the loudest voices and this and that ain't really what happens. I know it might have to be a get-back fight, but I'm looking for something to happen. And Shakur's decision, whether or not he stays or he does the Bud route where Bud re-up with Bob, whether he stays and they make him an offer he can't refuse, you know what I'm saying? If they change their ways and make him an offer he can't refuse, we got to see his next performance. He said he got 6 weeks left, but I'm waiting to see Shakur's decision once he's done with Top Rank. I think the powers that be know it. I think it's only people online that find themselves all in a tizzy arguing about things that, plain and simple, we shouldn't get worked up about. But I'm happy for the young man. It gives me hope for that Tank fight eventually. I mean, I think he's settled in. I think he knows that, hey, I got to do something. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I think he knows that he got to go out and put on a stellar performance and, silence the naysayers. But I think, you know what I'm saying, hearing and seeing his demeanor in this interview, you know what I'm saying, just trying to really get a gauge on where he at. I see good things. And as a boxing fan, I get very excited because I think that the maturity of Shakur right now and the maturity of Tank right now and them understanding their positions, you know what I'm saying, now everything's been kind of like established. Shakur just need to keep going out there and get belts. I think Kambosos and Loma going to get it on. Somewhere you got to mix in William Zepeda, you got to mix in Frank Martin. Who knows where De Los Santos is at, you know what I'm saying, what's going on with him. It was rumors that it was going to be a T.O. and Jermaine Ortiz. I'm not sure, but and that's that's 140. But it was known that Jermaine could have possibly fought at 35. We got Ryu Valenzuela with his win over Chris Colbert, who maybe Ryu is a solid 35 pounder. You know what I'm saying? He called out the big fish as well. So it's a lot of rumbles in the jungles going on. You got some young prospects coming up, that's beating down the door. You got some 30s that's going to have to move up because they're going to come into their man strength and they're making their bones as well. So it's about to get on and popping in 35. And I'm just glad that Shakur has that mindset. You know what I'm saying? I think as fans, we're going to hold Shakur accountable. You know what I'm saying? And it shouldn't be nothing that we can't represent with that mentality. Now, if he said he want to go get this one, then go get that one, and then, however it work out, he want to just go by and be a stone collector. And I support that. I'm behind that. Plus, it's going to get us to the big mega showdown, or at least one of them in boxing right now. A realistic fight that if we calm down as fans and look at all things considered, I think we might be closer. I wasn't sure after the performance, but after hearing Shakur, getting a gauge on what's really going on out here in these YouTube streets, since this is the pulse of boxing, I feel pretty good. You know what I'm saying? So salute to him. Keep that energy. Anyway, what you think about it? You know what I'm saying? What you think about people who take the steps versus people who take the elevator? You know what I'm saying? I like to get your thoughts, your comments. You know what I'm saying? Like, are we headed down a direction of a Shakur and Tank fight? Do you understand about, you know what I'm saying, the one fight or the 2024 it being up? You know what I'm saying, for Shakur, opening up a whole window of possibilities. I heard Shakur saying that him and Mayweather get along. He give him advice, you know what I'm saying? So that shows that he got a good relationship. He was one of the Hall of Famers that was in the background when he walked out to De Los Santos. A historic picture with Andre Ward, Floyd, and Bud in the background, you know what I'm saying? So it's almost like legacy-wise on everything that's considered when you consider the boxing, hit and not get hit, and you know, the Olympic pedigree and everything. Everything is kind of like the power that be kind of looking like, hey, you know what I'm saying, Shakur is that guy. Defensively, he might be the Teflon Don, but I think that as boxing fans, we want to see a little bit more, you know what I'm saying? So I think we're going to look for him to bounce back from that performance and continue to, you know what I'm saying, pick up those stones. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Thanks for tuning in here with Bodywork Boxing, where we don't take things for face value. We do that body work.
He didn't want to box. He wanted to actually prove that he could punch with you. He was like, what the fuck is this nigga, right? Oh, okay, you want to go to sleep. You tired.
Welcome to Bodywork.